Presidential elections. The international media is insulting our nation because of one person. It's quite unfortunate. Ezekwesili says. Yeah, so obviously Ezekwesili is talking our own now. Okay, the international media is insulting Nigeria as a country because of one person, and that one person is because of Tinubu or because of Mahmoud Yakubu. Yeah, it's Tinubu because it was Mahmoud Yakubu that influenced Tinubu. I'm sorry, it was Tinubu that influenced Mahmoud Yakubu. So the whole international media is insulting Nigeria because of Tinubu. That is it. Okay, let's see what Obi has to say. Obi Ezekwesili, a well-known human rights activist and former education minister, has come out to express his displeasure with the way foreign media outlets are covering the results of the recent presidential election that was held nationwide a week ago. This comes amid the ongoing public discussion that has greeted the results of the poll. Yeah, Ezekwesili, who ran for presidency in 2019, recently declared on her verified Twitter account that Nigerians need to set standards for the types of leaders they want to elect into any public position in light of the critical stories being written by international media organizations. Okay, she penned down, look at what she said. Just read all those collateral insults from global media for our country and people just because of one individual, and you will fully understand why we should set a mandatory standard of character, competence, and capacity for anyone or parties present for elected position. Just read all those collateral insults, yes, from global media, okay, for our country and people, just because of the individual or one individual. And you will fully understand why we should set a mandatory standard of character, competence, and capacity for anyone or parties present for elective position. So that is exactly what Obe is trying to say, that just because of one person, our nation is being insulted massively. Our nation is being insulted massively. And without mincing words, is because of Tinubu's desperation. Okay, I know that Obe was trying to be careful to call names here. She didn't call names. Okay, but the fact we all know the person that is bringing international insult to Nigeria, and that person is obviously the APC presidential candidate. That is the truth, because his own level of desperation, with all the careless words he mentioned, with the way the entire APC is going about this process, and the way they influenced INEC to rig the election, even without style, without pattern, with impunity, is quite unfortunate. Okay, and right now everybody is saying no. The other day we saw where the Ghanaians were fighting their president, President Kufuor, okay, for congratulating Nigerian president-elect, which is Tinubu himself. The Ghanaians distanced themselves from that congratulatory message because it is bad. Okay, they know that it was not free and fair. We also saw where a U.S. senator has cautioned the U.S. President Joe Biden not to be in a hurry to congratulate President-elect in Nigeria. Okay, because there are a lot under the carpet that need to be unraveled, that need to be exposed. The election was not free and fair. The election was not correct. So, and right now, I think the U.S. president has not congratulated the Nigerian president-elect for now. Okay, so everybody is saying no, it doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work. The election was marred by violence with all multiple electoral violations, both legal violations, human rights violations, and just name it. So because of that, we are perceived in the Committee of Nations across the world like people who can't even conduct election, who can't even conduct free and fair election, just because we have somebody that calls himself Jagaban and has, with all the money he has amassed from Nigeria, and using it to cause confusion because he wants to be there desperately. They should get ready because the game has just started. That is the truth. The game has just started. It is not going to be business as usual. Okay? So somebody is saying here, what will this woman say if the global media comments favor her candidate? Why did she direct her comments on a single person whose name she did not mention? Is she trying to be tribal by God? Let her shut off her mouth if she cannot be straightforward. Can you imagine? These are APC people that are talking. They don't know what they're saying. So when they see a comment that is hurting their APC candidate, they will come out and they begin to talk rubbish. And their life not even better. They sell their destiny for piece of bread, piece of cake, for crumbs that are falling from the table. Okay? Because their life not good. Year in, year out, they continue to be thugs for politicians, and their life can never improve. Eh? Somebody has replied to him, say, just shut up your mouth and stop insulting her. Okay? Somebody said, I expect you as a father to be truthful to your children. Yes. Okay? You know the truth. Remove anger from yourself and tell yourself the honest truth. Of course, they wouldn't want to do that. Okay? Thief is not president-elect. That is it. Story for the gods. I know very well that he's better than, can you imagine? So he's just insulting other people. The impunity from APC is just unfortunate. Someone said drug baron is the president-elect. And I think that was, country mentioned that. Austrian newspaper, yes. Austrian newspaper said a drug baron had won election in Nigeria. Can you imagine that kind of insult for Nigerians? We are now like, is it like Venezuela or like Mexico or like all those countries where drug barons are the lords of the nation? May God help Nigeria. Jakal is the president-elect. Quite unfortunate. Okay? And somebody from APC is saying here, either you like it or not, he's a president. If you are not feeling comfortable, you can go hang on the electric wire. Can you imagine the kind of insult you have? Okay? Derobe him from being a professor. He is a disgrace to professor ban in Nigeria. Stupid and criminal Mr. Mahmood. That is the truth. Okay? So, it's quite unfortunate that we're in this mess. Okay? Somebody say he can never win 4/6. He can only win with 5/6. Can you imagine? Illiterate Mugu. Use your sense. She's referring to the INEC. All of them, both INEC and Tinubu, it's not just INEC alone. That is the truth. Okay? INEC messed up completely, and Tinubu influenced him to mess up. That is it. Tinubu influenced him to mess up. It's not just the INEC chairman. So that is the thing. Okay? So that is what Ezekwesili is saying, that the international media is insulting Nigeria because of one person. And that one person, some are saying is INEC chairman, though she did not mention names. And for me, is Tinubu, because Tinubu was desperate and went and bought over the INEC chairman, and INEC chairman started also doing his own thing, because of what he has collected, which in due course he will confess and vomit it. That is it. Because this thing he has eaten will not go down to his stomach and will not digest. It will hang on his throat until he will vomit it back and then say the truth. That is what has to happen. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.